What up?
What's going on?
I don't know, something like a live stream or something like that.
What's going on?
All right, so you got some feedback because it's coming through your speakers.
What's going on?
How do I get rid of it?
All right, so you got some feedback because it's coming through your speakers. Wear headphones.
What's going on?
How do I get rid of it?
All right, so you got some feedback because it's coming through your speakers. All right, we'll get rid of Jack there for a second while he figures it out. He needs to put on some headphones. What's up, everybody? Hanging out with Mr. Bueller, and we do have our good friend Whiskey Chaser coming in pretty soon. And hey, Jack, whenever you get the audio set up in your ears and your microphone, just give me a thumbs up, and I'll bring you back in. Who we got in here tonight? Grandma Rides, Skittles McDiddles, Benjamin D. What's going down, guys? How's everybody doing? We got you guys in the live chat. We're gonna pull up Mr. Benjamin D here. He's doing his best out there. Yes, Jack is jacking it up as usual. We're gonna try to pull him in really quick and see what happens when we pull him in right now. Hello?
Hello?
Is there any feedback?
No.
Okay, we're good then.
What
I got my technical support.
what microphone are you using? The one on the
The
On his
earbuds, I
AirPods.
Yes.
Hey, my mama's in here. My mama's watching Jack. You better not jack this up.
Is Miss Nancy on there?
She sure is. Who is Benjamin D? I don't know this guy. Is he a friend of yours?
That would probably be Dewey.
Dewey. Benjamin, though?
Yeah.
Benjamin Dewey?
Yeah.
Well, what's up?
Yeah.
Is he coming to Mama Tried?
I don't believe. Yes, he is. He will be there with Spence.
Okay.
Him and Spence are coming up.
We also have
more favorite people.
you talk about Brian Spence?
Yes.
Yeah, I found out today he was coming, so I'm super happy about that. I guess is everybody flying in? Am I the only person driving from Florida up there?
No, actually, Chase is driving. Chase is driving from Tennessee, from Nashville.
Oh wow!
He's coming in, and then I think Brian and Dewey are both driving in. No,
pulling it up. We booked a whole trip last night.
I think they're flying in. I do know they got an Airbnb together, but it's going to be cool. It's going to be cool.
Man, you have no idea. This is your first trip. What are you?
What
are you looking forward to?
So, the whole reason why I wanted to do this was because you're a veteran of it. So, you've been there. You've showed bikes there. I don't know what to expect, and I know there's probably a lot of people out there that, what's Mama Tried? And they don't know what to expect. So, my first day, is it going to be like drinking from a fire hose?
When you get there Thursday, correct?
We fly in Thursday night.
What time do you land?
Probably right around midnight.
Oh, okay, yeah. So we'll probably either just getting back to the Airbnb, or we'll still be out partying, because Thursday night is the Fuel Cafe lowbrow customs keg party. So it's a good time. And so you guys will just fly in and then get some rest. Friday, I'll already have the motorcycle set up. I set the motorcycle up on Thursday. Friday is just kind of a hangout day. I mean, you got a lot of cool stuff going on up there. They always have events. What's cool about Mama Tried is they actually have an app, and you can download the app, and it tells you everything that's going on. There's Whiskey Chaser. I'm gonna pull him in right now. There he is. Oh man, well, we got to pull that brand out of there. Let's see. I know this is using my program, so we'll just do that. It says StreamYard, whatever. We paid for it.
What's up?
What's going down, Chase?
Sorry, we had truck problems. I had to figure out.
By far, he's got the best audio. Yes.
Well, it's because of this beautiful microphone right here.
So, Chase, have you been to Mama Tribe before?
Yes, I've been once. It was last year. It was awesome.
Mm-hmm. And when did you get there?
I got there on Friday, but I did not get there in time for the Flat Out Friday. It was already going by the time I had got there. So,
gotcha.
Yeah.
So when are you getting there?
I'm getting there hopefully Friday earlier this year.
Okay.
And hopefully I'll be able to. I don't know if I'm gonna still be able to go. I don't even know if there's tickets still available, but hopefully I'll be able to go to Mama Tried. It'd be fun.
You can buy them literally at the box office when you get there.
I figured as much.
I don't think they've ever sold out, but so Friday, it's kind of just a hangout day. A lot of cool stuff to do in Milwaukee. Got obviously the Harley Davidson Museum. If you've never been, it's super cool to go check out. And then that night is Flat Out Friday. I'm kind of bummed. I was supposed to be racing in it this year, and the exhibition, the race that I was supposed to be in, was with a bunch of other YouTubers, and it got canceled due to
my bad.
It got canceled due to no, you're fine. Got canceled due to lack of participation. Now, this guy was going to participate, and I was even riding a Harley because it's a Harley-sponsored race. But
everybody got scared.
Yeah, they got scared, I guess. Whatever. I was like, so it is what it is. I could probably still reach out to Warren and Scott and Jeremy and find out if I could just pay to do the Goofy race. But I haven't really thought it through. I'm just like, you know what? At this point, I only have to bring one motorcycle, so I'm kind of happy about that.
Yeah.
But Flat Out Friday's a cool time, man. A lot of different races. My favorite last year was the, I think it was 6 years old and under race.
Oh, I saw video footage of that.
I saw that too.
Yeah. It was super neat. There was this, I think she was 3 years old, a little girl with a pink tutu riding on her tricycle, and she was scooting. Like, it was so funny. But yeah, it's a good time. Great event. And then that rolls right into Saturday, and Saturdays and Sundays, the show. It's not like you got to go to the show and stay there all day long. You can come and go as you please. Go check out Milwaukee. Go get lunch in other places. It's definitely a killer event, man. I was humbled last year to be a part of it, and then almost immediately I got a message from Scott wanting me to, probably 2 weeks after the event last year, he's like, "Hey, I want you to bring this bike," and it was quite funny because he wanted me to bring the Rainmaker, and I was stoked about that because that bike just hasn't
my favorite bike.
Yeah, that bike just hasn't gotten to as many shows as I would like to. He wanted me to bring that, but then after I got the Judge, he just fell in love with the story and the history of that bike. So he's like, "Hey, can you bring that bike?" And I was like, "Well, do you want me to bring 2 bikes or 1 bike? What do you want me to do?" And he was like, "Just bring the Judge because they have tons of bikes coming in this year."
They have
so yeah.
many bikes.
Yeah, it's going to be more than last year, so that's super cool. I mean, obviously for you guys as spectators, it's just going to blow your mind. That venue, the Rave Eagle Club, is, man, it's a rad place to be.
Yeah, it's really
the
cool.
History.
Yeah.
Yeah, just all the history of the bands that have played there. It's just mind blowing. But yeah,
I think last year was like right before we did this whole thing. It was like right before that Metallica had played, I think, or somebody had played up there.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
So we got there last year. We got pulled into Milwaukee about 8:00 in the morning, and it just had started snowing. So by 2:00 there was 10 inches of snow on the ground. So it was a bit shocking for this little Florida boy.
That's what's scaring me about that is the weather, because I got to take Cold Bones McGee over there that doesn't do well in cold winter.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully your flight doesn't get canceled or diverted or.
We have one layover, and I don't remember where it is. I think it might be in Philly, or is it? No.
Chicago?
I'm not sure. I'm not even going to try to say. But
yeah, Breeze was in. She had a connector last year to Chicago, and she landed in Chicago, and they canceled the connector to Milwaukee. So I had to drive all the way from Milwaukee down to Chicago in 10 inches of snow and pick her up, and then turn around and go right back up to Milwaukee. But that's what makes it an adventure, right?
Yeah, that's right.
There you go.
If everything goes as planned, it can't be that fun. So
Colleen said Charlotte. It's in Charlotte.
Oh. Yeah, I'm busy listening, and I forget to look over and go, oh yeah, there's people typing stuff there.
There's a comment. There's a comment down there for you, Jack.
It's a good one.
You see it on the screen here? Look at my screen. There you go at the bottom.
Why am I looking at Weems and Diet Weems? Yeah. Yeah, my beard's a little more ragged than his.
Yeah,
I will say, here.
Oh, there you go. Look at that.
Now I feel like Journey of the Jerry because I got like a bunch of people on,
Just sporting the brands. What do you guys think about his new logo up in the corner over there?
It's very nice.
Yeah, I made that in like 2 minutes for you, buddy. That's actually Jack on the Triumph. I just did some editing and,
It looks good.
Total disclaimer, I didn't ask for that.
No, you didn't.
He goes like, hey, what do you think of this? I'm like, that's amazing. I think you just made my new sticker. But it's very basic and plain here. I'm not really planning on. If I make any money from this YouTube channel, it's going to go to this guy over here. This guy keeps this thing floating. I don't know if come on this side. Come on this side.
He's behind the sticker.
Yeah, if y'all know Brandon,
Chase knows me.
Kaz Motors.
Yeah, who's the cop?
Yeah, right. This freaking
Call
cop
him
here.
Yeah.
Dude, he's my adopted son. I love this guy. He's amazing, and I owe everything to the three people that are sitting here. They got my technical guy that is amazing with pushing buttons that I never knew existed. I've got my mentor, Mr. Weems, that has taught me more about turning wrenches than I knew you could.
Well, whenever I get a Buell, it's gonna just have to pay.
I wish you would. And then of course, Chase has been a very good and dear friend of mine, and he's come up with different ideas with me and stuff. And I couldn't ask for a better family than this. There's a couple more people that have been influential on this. You got Devin. You also got Kiefer. God, that just reminds me. So there's two people in this world that when you get a hug from them, they mean it, and that's Brian Spence and Kiefer.
That's very true.
Yeah. It's just amazing. But I enjoy this. I hope I never make money on it, because that's not what I'm here for. But in any case,
I hope you make money off of it, just because even though that's not what you're there for, it'd be nice.
Yeah.
It would be, but I'd probably send it all to this guy.
I tell you what, I mean, we're all bottom of the bucket YouTubers on here. It's like we have friends that are doing amazing things, and every penny that I get just ends up going right back into it. To restock T-shirts, hats, stickers, stuff like that, or upgrade cameras, lighting, buy parts to do videos, installing parts. So it's just like, it's a hobby that pays for itself, kind of thing.
It's so getting into this whole computer side of things. I am behind the curve on learning how to do everything, because growing up, I never had a computer, never had an interest in them. I had little handheld computers that would do like error calculations and stuff like that, but I never really did any kind of major computer work. So, I'm learning that there's a lot more that I have to learn.
That's the hardest part about being a YouTuber. I mean, number one, all of us are doing something we love to do, whether it's riding motorcycles, talking about motorcycles, working on motorcycles. We're doing stuff we love. But, the hardest part about being a YouTuber is after we do what we love and we capture that on camera, is the hours that we sit behind the laptop or the computer to edit the videos. That's the kick in the gut,
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, I get these visions in my head. It's like this is what. Oh, she's running her mouth again. Damn it. But I get these visions in my head of what I want it to look like, and then I sit in front of this computer and I'm like, I can't. What? And that's where this one comes into play. He knows exactly how to do it and how to make it work. So
I'm still in my getup because I just got off work when I came.
Oh, this guy got his bike back. It was up at Burt
for 110 days.
Yeah, dude.
So I'm happy about that. Him and I can go on some more rides together.
And not use your bike.
And not use my bike. There you go. Yeah, but you are always welcome to use my bike
if I need.
So I got a question for the three of us and everybody that's watching the live stream, that's in the live chat. All right, so we're February 5th right now, and this is like probably the coldest time of the year for many people where they're at. So if you're in the live chat, let us know where you live, where you're at, and what the temperature is right now. Because I could tell you, me and Jack are kind of living it up right now. It's nice right here.
I'll show you. It's 60 degrees in
that's
Nashville.
Not bad.
Yeah.
That's not bad at all.
It
What was the high today?
63, I think.
Oh, nice.
Y'all just went
right?
through a spell.
We went what?
Y'all just went through a spell where it was really cold.
Oh, yeah. I got the truck stuck in the snow. It was great. Not my truck. The delivery truck. Yeah. My truck handled it great.
So Mr. Moto Alley up in Ontario, Canada, 0 Celsius. Now, we don't know the metric system where we're at. But I'm thinking 0 Celsius, that's what, like 32 degrees?
It's negative 32. I think.
What? No.
Or is it 32?
No.
It's one of them.
Hey, Siri.
I wonder how many people's phones actually just went off.
I know, right?
Hey Siri,
That was us.
what is
3
0
weeks ago?
Celsius in Fahrenheit?
I don't miss it. I don't miss it.
I was right. 32
Is it 32?
degrees.
Yeah, because I think
Freezing.
Celsius, the 0 is freezing for them, and then
Yeah.
and the Fahrenheit is 32. But still, I mean, when they ask, "Hey, what temperature is out there?" you can say there isn't one.
Just there's no temperature. It's
Yeah, we
zero.
used to get. So when I lived in Minnesota, it got one weekend. It got negative 48 degrees, and that was in St. Paul. I will never go back there. I will never live there again. It's a state of emergency year round.
Yeah,
Yeah.
luckily we don't have to worry about that here. It's just that 1 week, and we're done. And now we're back to regularly scheduled programming.
So I did want to ask you, Chase. So Chase has got this watch, and the watch is being done
Raffled.
raffled for Forgotten Angel.
Yeah, this watch right here.
It
This
is
guy.
really, really neat.
It is really neat. I'm kind of pissed that I don't get to keep it. I'm kind of mad. Yeah, it's a Core Timepieces. These guys, I met them at a New York motorcycle show thing that I went to. And he sent it to me with the intention of raising money for Forgotten Angels. So, yeah, it's $20 a spot. And then I only got 9 left, I think, now. So we're almost done. And then I'm trying to get it done before the camp out in March because I want to have it all ready to go and just go up with a check and just be like, here you go. So
It would be neat if somebody won it that was actually going, and then you
Yeah.
could get up on the stage and present it to them.
yeah, that would be really neat. Yeah, it comes
So
in this
that
nice case and everything.
I've thought that through the last few years because, we haven't had a camp out. The closest one was when Mr. Moto Mortician, Mark, won the Hummer, and he had just left like a
Literally.
couple hours early.
Literally.
Oh, I remember that.
And, yeah.
He wasn't even
So
out of Florida yet. I think Josh called
Yeah.
him, and he was like right on the border of Florida and Georgia.
He's like Gainesville, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've thought how to think that through, like present something there. And I think, it would be fun just for the people that show up that weekend as they're pulling in, have like a little table or something like that, and have something that only the people at the camp out can sign up to win. So guaranteed somebody at the camp out, whether it's a helmet or heck, a pair of Odin gloves or something cool like that. It's like we'll know that at least somebody at the camp out's going to walk away with something. So something to think about. I've got enough on my plate doing what I do, much less throwing something else out there. But there's so many people that want to be a part of, Forgotten Angels charity and raising money for them. So who knows? Maybe a painter can paint a tank or, a helmet or something like that. I think it would be fun.
Kind of like that, the Heroes bike show.
Yeah, exactly.
That red, white, and blue one was phenomenal.
You know who won that?
No,
David.
David.
Forgotten Angels. David Tyler.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I had to bring it to him.
He made that comment that he was going to win the tank and then have you build a bike around the tank.
Yeah, when I delivered that tank this past week over there to him, that was the first thing he said, and I was like, "I'll tell you what, give me a call in about 3 years, and I'll have an opening for you."
Oh,
Yeah.
Lord.
Well, with so many great creators that we have, it almost seems like it's just dumb not to have something like that because everybody wants to help contribute, and there's so many awesome things, just so the cool things to have that we definitely need to get something going.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I can only build a bike for Forgotten Angels once in a long time. So.
Well, it doesn't always have to be a bike, but like there's people who make knives. There's people who I do leather
hey, you
work.
Know what?
Like
Since he's got that red, white, and blue tank, I've got those what I call my drunken purchase bars from the Grundle Run. those 1-inch. What are they, like 18?
The ones you were like, Chase is going to be so proud of me.
Yeah, right.
And then you immediately took them off.
No, because now that Vivian has power, because the carburetor replacement, when you get going, they go all over the place.
I'm sure.
Like a wind cell.
Yeah, so we can give him those bars to put with the tank and do like kind of a Captain America kind of theme, and now he's got 2 pieces.
Be pretty sick.
Now all he needs is a frame, a motor, all that kind of stuff.
Wheels, tires, fuel.
He's got that one chopper. He's got that one hardtail, that drop seat chopper. I told him that tank will fit right onto that frame.
Oh, but they got so much they need to do to that. The handlebars on that bike with that whole bat wing looking thing. Yeah. Oh,
I
keep telling him to give. Frame.
Man. Something can be done with it rather than it just sitting there. So, I mean, whatever. But, I mean, I wish I could clone myself and, just put out twice as many bikes as I do.
I think Didn't you clone yourself?
I don't know. That's more like a growth.
I would be like, how like when they say you clone yourself, each clone gets worse and worse and worse.
I was just about to say that same thing.
The 1 millionth clone, where it's like, holy crap, I did not make that, did I?
It's like a 93%.
Yeah.
So we got a message here for Mr. Chase from Dwight Smokums. He said, "How did your handlebars fare from the Georgia Grundle Run camp out, Chase?"
They fared fantastic. They're still on the bike. I just bent them back into place.
We actually did that there.
Yeah, we did it there. It was Jack actually helped me. He grabbed the front and I pushed it and we just went, and it was all good.
I tell you what, man, that was Georgia Grundle Run is a great event. I mean, it's probably one of my favorite things that I did this past year. I mean, the weather could have been a little bit better, but
yeah.
Man, that was the first ride for the judge, and I loved it. That was the first one to the top of the mountain.
Cool. So cool. Riding through those mountains, you're on a 50. Your brother's, what was that, a 63?
Yeah.
He's on a 63. I'm on a 66. Just barreling down these mountain roads. When I say barreling, y'all were barreling. I was barely getting along. But it was just neat. It was like, it was a time capsule, and I just thoroughly enjoyed it.
Yeah. Anyway, I mean, just the whole event, camping out, good friends, good food, good times, music, and wrestling. Come on. It's like
the wrestling was dope. That was awesome.
The blood.
Dude, it was so cool.
Amateur backyard wrestling at its finest.
Yeah.
Fire and weapons.
At the at Mama Tribe, is there going to be anybody else there that we know that's showing a bike? Anybody from Florida or?
Yeah, so
I was going to say anybody that and like you'll start spouting people off that we have absolutely no clue who they are.
So Eric from FNA, he's bringing up his Born Free bike. He's also doing a vendor booth for FNA and Morris Magnetos.
So that's the one with the 3 Amil carburetors on it, right?
Yep, got 3 monoblocks on it. And a good friend of mine from California, you guys, if you've seen the TV show Storage Wars, he's the old gray-haired eclectic guy, Barry Weiss. He's bringing I think he might be bringing 2 bikes out there. He's building a Norton, a Sealy framed Norton, which is like a race bike from back in the day. But he's bringing a couple bikes for that. He's also bringing his Triumph, which, Jack, you'll be blown away with it. It's a gorgeous Art Deco themed swing arm Triumph. But tons of other bikes, man. Mama Tried, just the way they curate that show is amazing. It's a Harley sponsored event, but by comparison and by statistics, Harley is one of the least amount of motorcycles on display, because you'll have a Harley sitting next to a BMW, sitting next to a Yamaha, Honda, Suzuki, Triumph. And a lot of weird, different bikes that you've probably never seen. Like. Yeah,
I'm just waiting for him to invite the Whiskey Chaser Bolt up there.
Hey.
Put that thing on display. That's a storied bike, man. That thing's
seen the miles.
Yeah, that thing has got some stories.
I tell you what, I'll introduce you to Warren, and you can pitch it. We'll see how that goes for you.
I'll show him the videos of me changing oil in a 7-Eleven parking lot that looks like Yoo-hoo after driving 600 miles in the rain.
How'd you get water in your oil?
Because it's got an open air intake, and it's
it's going down the carb.
Yeah, well, it's a fuel injection, but yeah, it was going in there. I mean, it's running great now. Everything's good, but we had some problems for a little while.
Gma Rides wants me to show my shirt again. Hold on a second. I don't know if you guys know this guy. Really rad guy. He just made the bars for my last video.
With the Union Jack on that.
Yes.
The Union Jack.
And actually, Jared, I did not have to tell him about having the flag the proper way. He is so professional that he automatically knew to look and make it the right way. Man, that really impressed me. All of his work, his welds are really well done. It's just a good quality product. And
he's also in the chat, so definitely talk him up a lot more.
Well, I'm looking at you guys. I'm paying attention to you guys, and I guess I'm not good at this, but in any case, but yes, I like him. I think if you guys want a pair of custom bars made, give him a call. And as soon as I get my front wheel done, the way I want it,
somebody forgot to call me today.
Yes, I did. I was at work though, and I got sidetracked. But we also had to plan this. This was a spur of the moment thing. So, in any case, I'm probably going to. Well, not probably. I am. I'm going to take the bike over to him, and we're going to make us some stainless exhaust for Vivian, and kind of custom do it up.
Well, I look forward to seeing what you come up with, man.
Yeah, so do I. Speaking of which,
so do I.
Chase.
Yes.
When we going to work on a sports car?
Man, that thing. I just got no money. That's a problem. I got ideas out the wazoo. I just got no money.
Well, what are your plans for?
Well, the plan was to hardtail it and make it into a chopper, and then I was gonna. I don't know. I mean, I have 2 bikes that are so similar, very laid back cruiser style. I definitely want to stick with it, but I wanted to do something a little bit more interesting. That's why I got the rabbit ear bars for it, because I thought they'd be different from my typical ape hanger situation. Yeah, it's just waiting on some cash. That's what it's all about. I also got plans for the Bolt too, talking to somebody and trying to figure some stuff out with that. Got to do something a little bit more extreme, which I think it'd be cool. I think it'd be really cool. There's not much of that content on the internet on the bolts. So I want to stick with doing something with that. Make it a fun bike that people realize, oh, hey, I don't have to buy a Harley in order to make a whatever, like a chopper. I mean, obviously, like with the Triumph and stuff, they don't have to, but seems like a lot of it is just Harleys. And
Let's bring back the cafe racer craze.
Yeah, I think it'd be kind of cool to do a little bit of a mix.
Speaking of that,
Yeah.
We're actually going to be picking up a motor for the 82 in Milwaukee, and I got two things going to get two motors. I got one that we're going to get in Milwaukee that Jared has nicely said that he would drive back for us. And I got another one from someone else that I'm going to trade a bunch of parts and stuff like that too for that motor because I want an extra one because Colleen apparently wants to race it at Barber Vintage Show this coming year.
That'd be cool.
So
okay,
we're going
yeah. Tell her to both of you guys need to get in and look at the ARMA rules and regulations and become a member of ARMA before you're even
I think it's going to be more of her doing the little lap.
Oh, okay. So just go to the parade lap.
Yeah,
just getting it out there on the track at all will be the accomplishment.
God, and I want it for her so much because well, you remember when we went, she was sitting on that grassy knoll there watching them race, and she's like, "Oh my God, this is amazing!"
Well, the greatest story from my perception was you guys rolled in that morning, and we all met at Cracker Barrel outside of Barber Motorsports Complex. Just had breakfast, and Jack had to go use the bathroom. So as Jack walks away, Colleen's sitting right in front of me, and we're just talking, and she's like, "Listen, this isn't a romantic weekend away, so I'm giving Jack a really hard time." She's probably in the in the chat watching this, but
she's is like, definitely.
She's like, "I'm giving Jack a really hard time because we're supposed to have a nice romantic getaway this weekend, and no, we're gonna go look at motorcycles." But I tell you what, by the end of that day, when she was sitting up on that grassy hill looking over that final turn, she just kind of like grabs me over the shoulder and she's just like, "This is so amazing. I am so glad that you invited us to come up here for it." So I was like, Barber it's something special. Y'all didn't even go in the museum, did you?
Yeah. We did all of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that's why
it was
I
a blur then.
Yeah, that's why I asked about that. Is Mama Tried going to be like a drinking from a fire hose? Because that's basically what we did at Barber, and it just man.
Well, it's a little bit laid back. When are y'all leaving? When are y'all flying back?
Sunday, like in the mid-afternoon.
Okay. All right. So, yeah, I mean, like I said, Friday's hangout day. Got flat out Friday that night. I mean, I would say go to the museum.
Go to the bar.
Yeah. And then Saturday, like I said, you don't have to stay at the show all day. You can. I did last year on Saturday. But there's just so much going on at the show. It's literally like four floors. Is that right?
I think it's
Case?
4. Yeah.
Yeah. And every floor is something different. And obviously the top floor is where all the show bikes are. But yeah, live bands, all kinds of craziness going on. So you can, it can seem like you're drinking from a fire hose, but you can also escape and go out, do other things. You don't have to feel like you're got to be there all the time. So
I actually was thinking about it today, Jack, and I was like, it'd be really cool is if we went to the Miller factory and saw where High Life was made. That'd be kind of cool.
That might not be a bad idea.
Yeah. It's right there. It's right there. I don't know, but I'm guessing probably. It would be like freaking was it Laverne and Shirley where they're like,
Oh, yeah.
at the
You're gonna
PBR factory,
make
like,
it.
trying to catch all the beers coming off.
Now I'll let you drive the forklift. I'll be hanging off the side of it.
That's
Sounds
funny.
good.
Yeah, my last trip up to Milwaukee, gosh, what was that? Back in May for the Harley 120th, we actually slept in my van in the Brewers, the baseball team, the Brewers parking lot.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, literally just camped in the van right there in their parking lot.
Well, hey, that's what I did whenever I was up there last February. I brought the 4Runner up. I found a Walmart, just parked it, slept in the Walmart parking lot.
That's too cold for that, man. It's too cold for that.
Nah.
Hey,
It was fine.
But on a positive note, we do have an extra bed at the Airbnb, so I think we got you taken care of there, Chase.
No, well, the whole point of it was to experience, the camp life.
Freezing to death.
Nah, it ain't freezing.
It'd be a chase thing.
It was 12 degrees last year.
Yeah. You get a
All right,
really good
Jared.
blanket.
So, do you want to give any updates? Are we allowed to ask questions about different bikes?
Yeah. So everything, I guess, is kind of out there in the open. Matter of fact, this bike is finally making its debut on the Weems Motor Co. YouTube channel. So a lot of people have been seeing it in the background. I don't do a whole lot of customer builds. If I do take on a customer build, it's usually like once every couple of years. It has to be the right project, the right person. And what I tell everybody is, like, I ask 3 questions when you want me to build you a bike. What's your budget? What's your timeline? And what's your must-haves? And if any of those 3 don't line up with what I want, then I just don't do it. I don't want to take on the stress. But this guy, super cool guy, had a really great vision, and pretty much has let me run with what I want to build. And we're building a sweet little bobber for him. So the engine is actually a 79 Bonneville, which is a 750 left foot shift. So which is a little bit different than what I'm used to. But we're putting it, that frame is a 68, which is a right foot shift frame. So I had to make a crossover shaft, which you can kind of see a little bit right here. Today I finished up the brake setup for it. And then the front end on that is a pre-unit. So it'd be a 62 and earlier front end. So a little bit of mix mash, but I think it's got the right lines. It's got a stock tank on it. 16-inch rear wheel with a 21 up front. So, yeah, good little bike. That's that. What other bikes you want to talk about?
I have a question about that. So whenever you do, because obviously you had a different motor going into a different frame, do you have to worry about like any sort of like titling issues or anything? Because I know there's a lot of people who have asked me about stuff like that.
Yeah,
I just don't know.
It's with these old Triumphs, there's a serial number on the frame and there's a serial number on the engine. And Triumphs weren't numbers matching up until 1949. So as long as you have a title to either the frame or a title to the numbers on the engine, you have no problems getting them registered. They're antiques. I mean, as long as the numbers are on there legit, and this one does. We're titling this one off of the engine. Super cool.
That's cool.
Well, the one I want to know about is just because I love your brother. Mike is amazing.
Mike's dope. I like Mike a lot.
56. There's been little sneak things there about it's no longer going to shows, and you're building it to go on the strip.
Getting it ready, baby.
And I would love to be there that first time. That wheel starts spinning and the smoke starts coming off of it.
You hear that supercharger?
Yeah.
It's gonna be. So that bike right now is in Tennessee. It's at my brother's house in Tennessee. But I'm telling you that first burnout is probably going to be happening at my house the second week of March.
I will be there.
I was going to say, I hope it's in Tennessee at your brother's house because I will be there. But
no, so he's going to be coming down the second week of March. Obviously, the bikes has been set up for show. We need to do some safety things to get it ready for the racetrack. That front end's got to come off. It's a Springer front end, not conducive for racing. So we're putting a new front end on there, which we've already got. We've got everything. The internal throttle, the internal clutch is coming off. Obviously, it's not conducive for racetrack. And then I got to build the chain guard for the supercharger and the rear chain. So got a little bit of fabrication to do. Nothing, too extreme, but we're going to take that 1 week, and I'm going to do a lot of YouTube stuff on that. And by the end of that week, we'll be firing that thing up and doing some dry runs, probably, just in front of the house or whatnot. But I don't know. Maybe I'll get in touch with the drag strip over in Clearwater, see if we get everything knocked out the way it should be, we can get over there and run it. So,
what's your prediction?
Oh, good
my
question.
prediction.
Your prediction.
So the 66 Bonneville that we've been running for the last few years, that bike is pretty strong, but this one's stronger. So I'm
about
thinking,
blew the stand right out from underneath it when you started it in
Yeah.
the front.
I'm thinking somewhere in the sevens.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So it should be pretty good.
Pretty quick.
Yeah. So obviously, when you build a new bike like that, there's a lot of testing and tuning and adjustments. Getting this. It is a rigid rear section. However, it's adjustable, so I can adjust the ride height. So if it's not hooking up properly, we can go in and adjust that. So yeah, I mean, I got, like I said, just a week worth of work. We'll be kicking butt on it, getting it knocked out. But during that same time, I'm working on the Dolly Mongrel right now. I have a lull in the shop, so the Dolly Mongrel is completely taken apart. It's out for vapor hone, powder coat, paint. So all that stuff's out to vendors and stuff. So I'm kind of had time to jump back on this customer's bike and knock it out. But I do have the exhaust for the Dolly Mongrel. Yeah.
That's cool.
So, but yeah, I mean, so that bike is going to be, the Dolly Mongrel is going to be unveiled at the OCC Invitational in April. And then in May, it will be at the Tennessee Motorcycle Music Revival, which, Chase, I know you'll probably be going to that. It's right down the road from you.
Right down the road.
Jack, you should go to that one.
I have plans. I do want to go. And
you tried last year.
I tried like hell last year, but I waited out 4 hours in the rain in Ocala, waiting the worst place ever to have to wait the rain out is Ocala. And it just kept going and kept going and kept going. I called Chase. I was like, dude. He's like, dude, it's still raining here. He says, you're going to be in the rain the whole way. He said, just go home. And I usually don't give up, but I gave up that night.
That was tough, dude. That was a tough one.
Yeah,
Hey, your
over
wife wants to go
700
to
miles
Denver.
in the rain by yourself. It just, I didn't want to do it.
I couldn't believe you were doing it.
Yeah.
And I just worked that day. I worked 12 hours that day. I was jumping on the Harley to go, and I was irritable, tired. It was raining. It just didn't mix, and I was like, I'm done.
Nobody blames you for that, man. Nobody.
But I know Colleen wants to go to TMMR. My brother's up there, so we're going to go up there. We're going to visit with my family for a little bit, and then head over to TMMR from there.
Well, he's what? He's 25 minutes from me.
I think he's a little over 30 minutes. I mean, I think it's from his house, from front door to your front door, I think is actually like right around 45 minutes.
Yeah. And then it's from here to TMMR is also like about 45 minutes. But you also don't have to cut across over into Nashville. You just go right around it.
How do you go?
Right
One more
around
time?
it. Yeah. So that's probably what, like an hour 10 probably from his house.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be too bad. It'd be a good ride too, especially if it's not raining.
Yeah, right?
Well, TMOR, my brother lives, I mean, probably the same distance you do, Chase, just on the south
Yeah,
side. Gotta go straight
he's
up
just
from
on the other side. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm going to be at TMMR with the Dolly Mongrel, and then I'll be staying in Tennessee that week because the next weekend is the Sons of Speed race, the first race I'll be riding that bike in. So, so yeah, man, it's going to be a fun time.
Can you show your leather?
My jacket, my race jacket.
Yeah.
Let me go grab it. I'll be right back.
I was over there the other day, and I go walking in, and he's got this old school leather get up. I'm like, this is really cool. It looks like it's gonna be tight.
Yeah. little maybe like half a size too small.
Yeah, like I mean, it's not a straight up like Power Ranger outfit like sport bike guys wear, but it's decent. It's gonna look cool, especially if he wears that helmet that he's got.
What, like the 3/4 thing or
Well,
whatever?
it's just like a dome with the leather things that come.
Oh,
it's like
yeah.
straight up out of the.
Yeah, well, it's got the
30s
the ear protection, but it's not
Yeah.
actually like
It's just still leather kind of deal.
Yeah.
But there he comes.
Let's see. Can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Yeah.
I can't hear you guys. Let me make sure my stuff is connected here. I went a little too far.
Twisted his arm.
Oh, sweet.
If they're connected, I'm gonna have to jump out and jump back in. Let me jump out, jump back in, see what happens.
All right. Well, now it's just us.
It's just us. Just the two of us. Oh, wait, he's back.
So I met a guy at TMMR this last time who builds custom bikes up in Louisville, Kentucky. And he was actually a featured builder this year. And we've been, talking about a bunch of stuff, whatever. He's really cool. His business is Sweet Leaf Garage. And he's awesome. So awesome. Kaz knows him. He knows that guy.
We met, so Colleen and I, when we went to Barber for the vintage thing, we walked around and we met so many people that dealt with pretty much all the bikes that we deal with. There were guys there that dealt with Hondas. There were guys there that dealt with Triumphs. Matter of fact, I think I even bought a couple parts for the Triumph there. There was just it was amazing. It was the first like outside swap meet that I went to that wasn't a sea of Harley stuff.
Yeah.
And not that there's anything wrong with Harley, but I like a little bit of
variety.
Right.
Yeah, for sure. Jared's all over the place, man. He can't figure this out.
Should have asked him to go get the damn jacket.
Well, Gma's asking about TMMR, Tennessee Motorcycle and Music Revival Festival, which takes place on Loretta Lynn's ranch in May, and they have a huge property that they have like a racetrack. It's a dirt track. They have a stage, so they have music going on, a couple different stages actually, and it's really, really cool. It's a lot of fun. It's a whole weekend out in May, and you can, go up around the corner, and you can head over to like Loretta Lynn's, like her house, her actual house. They have the museum over there, or what's separate is the campground with the stages and the tracks and stuff like that. And they have a featured bike builder showcase where they have Jared. How many did they have last year? It was like 29 or something like that.
I think it was more close to. Well, yeah, it was over 20.
Yeah.
So I want to. I mean, it wasn't very much over 20. Maybe 21 or 23, something like that.
Yeah, they have a whole featured showcase over there of biker builders, and it's really cool. It's a fun time.
Yeah, that show is actually curated by Bill Dodge, Blink Cycles. If you guys don't know who that is, Bill got his start with Jesse James at West Coast Choppers. So he built some amazing bikes, and it's funny. He called me the other day, and he was just like, "Hey, you still in?" I was like, "Yeah, man, I'm in, dude. I'm bringing something." He's like, "Stop! I don't want to know what you're bringing." He's like, he the way he does it, it's more about the builder than it is about the bikes. Like, he brings people that, like, he considers like these people are like family. Like, these people are people in the industry. He doesn't invite the cocky guys. He doesn't invite, the guys are like, "Oh, look at me, look what I can do." He just invites, people that he likes, like people he enjoys. And last year to be invited was like a super big honor, because it's kind of like a family thing. It's like all of these guys have been going for years and years and years, and I get invited to the family reunion, and now I'm part of it. So it's like, okay. I already knew last year when I brought 56 there that he was like, "Hey, I want you back next year." And I was like, man, I was like, I don't have a clue what to build. But I had just got the JAP engine. So I was like, man, I'm going to build a whole bike around that.
Well, it looked really good in there. A Yamaha Bolt.
I love you, Jay.
As long as you don't go back to the green little covers.
There you go.
No, definitely not.
There it is.
That's cool. That's really cool.
Yeah.
So
he's going to look like a T-bird for sure.
Hell yeah.
Oh, yeah. But I
start selling those.
Yeah, right.
Here's a helmet.
I got this helmet. I don't know if this camera is good. There it goes. So this was actually raced on the Isle of Man in England, and man, it's just super cool. Like, as raced, super awesome. But yeah, I'm excited to do the Sons of Speed. I had this goal of doing 5 different types of racing by the time I turned 50, and so I've done drag racing. I did the desert race with the Biltwell 100. Now I'm doing the Sons of Speed, and then the last 2 things is MotoGP. Well, not so much MotoGP, but GP race, vintage GP racing. And then the last one is land speed racing. So, yep. I got a couple more bikes to build.
Yeah.
Well,
you got one almost ready to go.
Yeah, right.
Which
I
one?
got 3 goals
The land
for this
speed?
year. One is to get. Go ahead.
No, the 56 is a drag bike. It's not a land speed bike, but
okay, gotcha.
it's very similar in platform. When I go to do land speed racing, it's going to be another full build. So, but I got cool friends who have already set multiple records in that area, so I'll be able to pull from them.
That's what I need. I need a record. Like, how do I get a record?
You go to the flea market, they sell a bunch of them, like 45s, LPs. They're all records.
No, I want a a Guinness World Record right up on the wall, right next to Jared Weems. That's what
Why
I want.
me?
Because it'd be super cool. And I can look at it and I can go, we did that. We did that, brother.
Oh, you want to be part of Team Weems Motor Co. race team?
Just do it. I don't care.
All right. I need support.
Yeah. All right.
Man. Well, we are rolling. We just hit 1 hour.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
I did find out though. Colleen is talking to have Kaz ride up with us for TMMR, so that'll be cool. That's Brainer.
Yeah.
Kaz moving. Be pretty cool. We'll have a convoy going right up 75.
Oh yeah, that'd be awesome, man. Get up there, find us a good little camping spot. I'll be getting there early because I have to bring the bike in and stuff like that. So I'll make sure
what we
get a
need
good
to
spot.
do is we need to get you on a bike and actually have you ride the bike somewhere.
It would be great if I didn't have to bring show bikes everywhere I go. It's kind of hard to bring bike. But actually at TMMR, I'm going to bring the judge with me because the riding up there is so phenomenal. So I want to have a bike that I can ride around. And obviously the Dolly Mongrel's not street legal. So, I can ride it on the street, but
yeah, whatever. It's fine.
No brakes, no gear shift. So yeah, that'd be a little bit sketchy.
Just Fred Flintstone it. Put your feet down.
If it ain't sketchy, it ain't fun, right?
Yeah.
That's what they're trying to make it into be.
All right, so I guess we could probably call it quits.
Yeah. Well, hey.
Annoyed a lot of these people already as much as we've done.
Oh, Mortification just showed up too.
Oh,
How
really?
typical. How typical.
God.
Mark.
Call him Mr. Blister. He shows up when the work's done, right?
Yeah.
It's all good. Well, no, we can make this a regular thing. And Jack, I'm by all means, I have the program. You see how it works. And even if I wasn't on screen and you just want to bring other people in that are cooler than Chase and myself.
Hey, buddy.
I do want to do this once or twice, with other different people. I love Chase. I love you. I love myself sometimes. But, it's what we should do is try to figure out how to get more than just 3 of us on here and maybe have like Eric or, someone like that.
Well, what's funny about that is we actually already do that. It's called Weirdos Assemble, and it's hosted by Two Wheel Goon.
Right. I've been on that.
Yeah.
I didn't get the invite. I'm not cool enough.
Yeah, right.
Oh, he probably thinks that you don't want to do it. He's like, oh, there's no way that the almighty Weems wants to be on my thing, even though we all know you, and
if
all know
Jared
you
Weems will take
want to
my
do it.
dumb ass under his wing and show me
Yeah.
how to turn special wrenches, I think he'll do a video blog or something like that.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, yeah.
I was when I was in Special Forces, I used to say all the time, the only thing special about Special Forces is special education. So yeah, no, we're all right there. We're all special.
Yeah.
We're all special.
What's your favorite flavor of crayon?
That's Marine Corps, son.
Yeah.
Yeah, us Army guys, we didn't eat the crayons.
You smell them like real men.
No, we just gave them out for the Marine Corps, keep them busy.
Awesome. Well, cool, man.
Right.
Well, Jack, you'll have the opportunity to post this into your actual YouTube channel, other than it just being a live stream and disappear forever. So make sure you give me a ring and let me know what you want to do with it after we get done here.
All right, will do. Chase, I love you, brother.
Love you
Jared,
guys. Can't wait to see you guys in less than 20 days. Not you two. I mean, you guys will see each other, but I'll see you.
Go ahead, give a shout out too. Tomorrow's my birthday.
Hell yeah. Turning 23 years old.
How does it feel being 63?
I'll let you know when I get there.
How old are you turning?
49.
49. Almost a half a century old.
That's right.
And I have more gray than you.
I always refer to you, Jared, as like my mentor when it comes to building bikes and doing things, because you've taught me the eye for bikes. And everybody always asks me, well, how old is Jared? And I'm like, Jared's only like 45. And they're like, you're older than him? I'm like, yeah. They go like, well, how do you feel about having a mentor that's younger than you? I'm like, I have no problem with it. He's taught me a lot of great things. And it just,
We got to pass the
everybody
information on. Like, if as soon as I need some information about Yamaha bolts, I know who to call.
always-
I got you.
If I have questions about Buells, I know who to call. I got connections. Like, if I can't answer,
that's one
I
of
know where
that's
to
one
go
of my
get it.
goals this year. I'm going to get you on one of my Buells. I'm going to.
I'll ride it.
I can't wait, because
And
there's
he's gonna
the
love
one
it.
I'm going to have you ride has a big American flag right on the front of
America.
it. America.
Awesome. Well, you guys have a great night. I'm going to go grab some dinner. Good seeing you guys. I'll see y'all in Milwaukee in the
All right.
cold.
Real quick, remember, you can win this watch. It's a $20 donation to Forgotten Angels. You should do
Cool
that.
watch. Hit it up.
Yeah, dude.
Do it.
Do it.
Subscribe to
All right.
Jack.
And subscribe
Chase.
to these people.
Yeah, subscribe to everybody. It's free, and it does you a really good thing. It makes you feel all warm
I
and
don't think I've
tingly
ever
inside.
said that in one of my videos yet. I've never
What?
said like and subscribe and hit the buttons and
Oh,
all those
it'll
other
happen.
things.
Killer.
It'll happen, brother.
Yeah,
Killer.
right.
hmm
Killer.
All right.
Peace.